Alright everyone, I want to show you a couple of things that I've done to the RV, but I spent so much time underneath here just checking things out. I wanted to show you this. Look at the size of these brakes. Holy smokes. This is the rear brakes. See? The rear tandem axle back here. The size of these things to me remind me of like the SS, like how tight the brakes are in the SS. Now this is only like a 16.5 or 16-inch wheel. But look at the massive 2-piston brake, and they're the same thing up front too. So that was pretty freaking impressive. The size of these things. I mean, I know it's a lot of weight to have to stop, but wow, man, that's freaking cool. Because I mean, we're all car guys. We dig big brakes, right? Kind of looks like that the way those Brembos are stuffed in the SS. Put these big rubber feet on the leveling jacks. It's going to help protect them, and it's going to give a bigger footprint. I think I'm going to do a whole separate video on that, just a quick install. Then we got the LED light bar that I just did a reveal video for. It's not actually really mounted. The harness it came with didn't fit up here. Plus I had my own idea how I want to do this. There's some plastic panels in the dash, and I ordered 3 buttons that look really cool. They're like chrome looking. They light up blue when you hit them. I want to put all 3 of those in a row. I'm gonna have one for a horn. I'll show you that later. One's gonna be for front fog lights, so I'm gonna be doing, and then the other one will be for that fog light. So what I did in here is I got 3 totes, and they're all power, all my sewer stuff, and then my freshwater stuff. This one actually comes with an in-house water filtration system that goes there. I did put a quick disconnect right here. I also have a 90-degree fitting, so that when the garden hose comes up here, it'll connect. But yeah, this way, when I get to the RV park, I can just pull out my tub. Or these 3 is what I'm going to need. Well, I might not need sewer right away. But yeah, here's the dirty elbow. Here's some hoses, a ramp, and of course, gotta have the gloves. So, and that's the only time you ever see me touch that with bare hands, because all that stuff's brand new, unused. All right, and then important RV stuff here: water pressure regulator, a secondary water filter. These blue and white hoses are purely for drinking water. Let's see here. Right here I have my 90-degree quick disconnect, because as you can see, like the hose is going to come here and then bend, so I mean it would just be like kind of hanging. So the 90 degrees is going to help take some of that stress off. And that hose, this is for winterizing, but I'll keep it in there because it's clean. And I'll keep the water filter wrench in there once I actually get this. So I'll actually have double filtered water. I'm going to filter it going in here, and there's a filter in the RV as well. Now we got to get up on the roof. I got a couple of important mods that I need to get done. So check that out. Those are the hoses coming off my Sleep Number bed. The pump is back behind this panel. This is my fresh water tank. The water tank only comes up to about here, so I had room to put it in here. And conveniently, there's a 110 outlet right here that I was able to plug it into. So that's another little thing that I got done here for the RV. I'm gonna have a whole separate video on that as well if I haven't mentioned it. All right, now we get to the roof. All right. Couple of very important upgrades going on up here today. My RV here has 2 of these roof vents. See, this one here has a little fan. That's the bathroom. But what happens if you leave that open and it rains is that water will go down there. So I'm installing these covers that will keep the rain going in there and allow me to keep it open during all weather. Then this is the bathroom, or this is the bedroom vent right above our bed. there is no fan in there. Not that this little thing will really do that much. So not only am I putting a second vent cover on that, I'm upgrading to what they call a fantastic fan. This thing will really move a lot of air. It'll pull air all the way through, and that basically means when you sleep at night, if it's nice out, you don't have to run the AC. You can get a nice cool breeze. This one's also reversible, so you can actually kind of make it like a ceiling fan and blow down on you. So that's what we're doing today. Plus, you gotta admit, that just looks really cool. That fan with the smoked cover versus that cheap plastic stuff. But to me, it wasn't worth the money to put one in the bathroom, because, you know, I mean, it's just a toilet area. So, but I did want to spend the money to at least be able to pull air through the thing. So that is what we have going on today. A couple little upgrades. Hopefully it doesn't rain on me. Hello from the big gaping hole in my roof. Yeah, go figure, right? I had this big hole and it started to rain. I did hurriedly get that cover, and hopefully the die-core sealant that I put on there set up enough. Wow, what a mess. But anyhow, I think I mentioned before that there was no fan in this vent, and that in lies the problem. Like, I thought these wires here, that red and white, I thought those would be power, but I'm not getting any voltage on them. It might be on the AC circuit, which I don't need. I need 12 volts. So the only thing I could find, I had a constant 12 volt were these lights that are right here. So I cut the wires because I can't get to them from up here. What I did is I drilled a little hole here. Then I'm going to run the wire here up and then into the ceiling, and then here where I got the fish sticking out. And I've already conveniently braided my power wire, and we're going to go ahead and run that, and hopefully that circuit there, it feels like it's pretty good wire, so hopefully it shouldn't be a problem running that fan. I just won't run the fan and the lights at the same time, but I think it should be okay. It's not a very big motor on that fan, but tell you, this isn't like a house. It's not that easy to try just to go run wires in here, because I don't even know how they structure this roof. So not one of the easiest chores, but it'll be worth it when it's done. And I'm making a mess out of this sheet. My wife's gonna kill me. Oh boy. All right, but it should be nice when we get it done. There it is, one fantastic fan installed. Now, we had some pretty good rain yesterday, and knock on whatever. Okay, here we go, knock on wood. No water came in. I also had the vent cover over there, which you might be able to see. Yeah, right there, that black stuff. So now what I can do is I can leave this vent cover open and allow air to flow through, and then if I need air either coming in or going out, I can do that. And it's also thermostatically controlled right there, so pretty good deal. Yeah, so quite happy with that. Everything went well. Kicked my rear, man. I'm hurting bad today, but yeah, we got all that taken care of. Now let's go in the back and I'll show you the slab. Today is the day, the last day this slab will be here barren with nothing on it. Today the building guys are coming to put up the dream garage. I'm so freaking excited. I'm gonna go ahead and make that its own video. Of course, I'm gonna shoot a whole time lapse of the whole thing, and then when it's done, I'll take you a tour. That'll be its own video, because this vlog is probably already way too long. I'm not sure. I need to really work on getting these things down to 10 minutes. But I've been posting less frequent, and they've been getting longer. So yeah, I'm gonna go take the blower, get all this cleaned and prepped for them, and then hopefully it'll be dry and everything by the time they get here, and it doesn't rain and we get this done. Man, it's finally all coming together, guys. Finally. All right, everyone, sorry it's a little bit dark, it's a little bit late, but this is the clearance lights on top of my RV. They were full of water. I'm not really sure how it's getting in. Maybe it's the base of this thing, possibly. It could be. I don't really know, but they were full of water. The dealer was supposed to fix it and they didn't. So I took it apart. I'm not sure if you can really see, but they didn't put any silicone on the front, which means as you drive, water pushes underneath. So got some of this Loctite clear silicone, put around this front piece, and we'll see if that doesn't work. But I'm tempted to put some right here, see if that doesn't help, but then I know I'll have a hard time getting this dang light back out if I ever need to fix one of these bulbs. So I don't know what to do with that. You'd think they should be watertight in the factory, but should be good. But yeah, this is just another thing I have to fix on this RV. Wow, this feels like it can use a good clay job, but yeah, I don't even know how the hell you would do that on this beast. Woo! Alright, well, that's the update. Let's see. Fun. So I want to show you real quick the latest minute, cheap little upgrade to the RV. Check this out, LED lights, right? So they put these lights in here. You can kind of see how yellow it is. Look at that. Look at the difference. Bright white versus that. Plus, I'm going to flip this thing around. I had the same light over there, and it's facing the other way. Because look at this. I had to put a piece of tape on here because this is how this thing goes in. It goes here and locks. So with it hanging upside down, it just wants to fall out. So I'm not sure if something's off with here or whatever, but I think it's going to hold better upside down. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that real quick. But yeah, but look. That's freaking amazing. And this was like $5 or something for 10 lights. I'll leave a link in my Amazon store. I wanted to show you. See, look. I put that on, flipped it the right way, and it stays. See, this comes up and then pulls out. So it makes sense that it would face this way with it facing down, putting the weight on the base. Explain to me why one from the factory is this way and this one was upside down. And like this one, I mean, that looks okay. It's flush. See, so it won't budge. Just freaking weird. It's like no standards there. All right, I got one thing inside we're gonna do before I go on this trip, and I'll show you next. See, I lied. I have a couple more things, but they all involve the same thing: insect screens. Because dirt daubers here, or mud daubers, whatever you want to call them, they're bees that make nests with mud or clay. And man, they love getting into small places like this. They make little tiny nests. So I'm not really a big fan of how that sits on there. We shall wait and see. But I got one here, and that was the hot water heater. This is the furnace vent. And then here where the refrigerator is, there's 3 of these that go across. And see, I'm gonna have to support it just a little bit better, but those are the 3 main areas. There's a vent up top for the refrigerator, but it already came with the screen. So all right, now I'll go inside. Well, I got rid of the thermostat. Figured I don't need it. What the hell. Nah, a little bit of an upgrade. I put a nicer one in here that has a digital readout. So this tells us now what the actual temperature inside the coach is, and now we have precision adjustment as to what temperature we actually have the coach in. Where this one, it's kind of like hit and miss as to where you're really going. I really just like the option of just saying, hey, 72, 74, 75 degrees. And I also really like knowing what the temperature inside is. Oh, this is another upgrade I did. I put a couple of thermometers in here. The fridge isn't running right now, so I know it seems high, but this isn't on. I had it on a little bit yesterday. It's still holding temperature pretty good. So as you can see, there is no garage. They were actually here. The garage was on the trailer. They were all ready to start. The first thing they did is they grabbed a tape measure and they measured the slab. So I think you know where I'm going with this. When I ordered the garage, I had in my mind this RV was 30 feet, and I know my cars are around 16 to 18 feet long, so I figured 50 feet long. I could put the RV and a car, and then 2 cars on the other side.
and seeing how my garage inside really isn't quite 20, but I figure, okay, 20 is a good, if I go 5 feet wider, that'll give me plenty of room to put shelving and still be able to get in. I can't afford to make this thing massive where it's totally comfortable. I got to try to make it tight but yet accessible. So I came up with the dimensions of 25 by 50. I called the company up. They said 26 by 51 is what they could do, and we went back and forth a few times, and then I very specifically asked the guy, I'm like, hey, 1 minute you told me 25, the next minute you said 26. What's going on? And he told me that that extra foot is the overhang. So you have your base and then the roof overhangs. Well, it turns out the roof only overhangs on the front and the back where the doors would be, you know, on the peaked part, not off to the sides where the roof rests, just the front. So 51 feet was correct for the building that way, which required a 50-foot slab. So you see how this gets a little bit confusing. This guy at the steel company mistook, is what I understand, he's a new guy, something like that. He misunderstood all that, because I showed the people the email from the guy where I said, hey, you said 26, now you said 25, what is it? And he came back very specific and said, hey, the slab is 25 by 50. The building is 26 by 50. So they had to take it back, and they're going to either have to rebuild the top pieces, what they call the bows, or I asked them, I'm like, there's brackets on the end that the feet sit into. I was like, can they just cut that off and re-weld it 6 inches on either side to make the 1 foot difference? They didn't know, but they had to bring it back, and now Cristobal is rolling up the coast, and it's got storms and stuff from the entirety of Florida through Texas, Mississippi, whatever it is. I mean, it's huge. There's just a lot of friggin' weather coming. So I knew they wouldn't be back because they knew the storm was coming. You can hear it hitting the roof of this. So hopefully soon. I was really excited when they pulled up. I couldn't wait for them to start laying that metal down and start going up with this thing. And I was really hoping this thing would be inside the garage for the storm and all my cars would be in, but maybe for next vlog I'll have a better update for you. But I am going camping. We are going camping. Gonna take this thing out. Be our virgin trip, our very first time in a motorhome. So I think we got a pretty cool place. I think you're gonna enjoy it. It's pretty. It's scenic and that. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like, share this content. Let's hope grow this channel. We are all about cars, coffee, life, RVing, and camping. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Hopefully you enjoyed the upgrades and stuff to the vehicle here. To me, I'm just excited. I'm excited to have this, a new chapter in my life, to do a little in-country touring, traveling, and having a vehicle. There's more stuff I can modify, and I got a lot of stuff planned for this thing. So stay tuned, and we hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.